As you can see, my desk is a little bit out of control today, and that's because of the monthly subscription box from Your Creative Studio. What you can see here was inside of the box, and I would like to create some journaling cards with these items today. Hi there, this is Luisa Heinzel. Welcome to my channel Junk Journal Art. Nice to see you here. Yeah, so I thought I would like to make some kind of a different unboxing video, even if it's not an unboxing video, because everything is here on my desk already. But I think there are many people who have unboxed this Your Creative Studio subscription box of August already. There are many videos on YouTube where they show you the single items. So I decided to do something a little bit different. And I would like to create some journaling cards today using the items from this subscription box. And of course, at the same time, I will show you what's inside this box and what you can get if you want to purchase that for yourself. So the first thing that is inside of this box, or it was inside of this box, are these book page prints. So that is a really big pack of book page prints in different colors. So here are some of the same, you can see this, it's the same book page, but it's a different color. And these, I think, are really great to use as a base for a journaling card. This paper is a little bit thin, so probably we have to back that with something else so that it gets a little bit more sturdy. But I think these book page prints are a really nice background for collaging and that stuff. So I will definitely use these for the base of my journaling cards. What we also have here, and this has fallen apart a little bit, so let me show you like so. This is some kind of a notepad. There are 3 different patterns here with these little squirrels, and that's of course a really cool thing, I think, because squirrels. We all love squirrels, so that would also be a great base for such a journaling card. So and I think I would like to bring this out of the way. We will talk about these items later. And first of all, I think we will choose something that we can use for the base. So I think I would like to use such a brown page. So let's take this one. And from this sheet, I think I want to use this one. So I think we can do 2 at the same time. And the next thing I would like to do is I would like to layer some things here on top. And for that, this paper is really great. So in this subscription box, there were 5 of these sheets. It's some kind of a handmade paper, obviously. It feels really smooth, and it, as you can see, it tears really great. It has this gorgeous frame here. So until now, I'm not totally sure how I want to do this. I don't like these straight edges, so probably we can... No, I will just tear it like so and put this here in the middle so that this comes down from the top of this card. And for this one, I think we go probably in this direction. I don't want to cover up too much of this beautiful image. So let's try it like so. That's a really great base, I think. And on this paper, I think it's really nice if we would stamp something. So let me just think about the color. I think this brown is good, stays on timber brown. So I will take a stamp that has some writing on it and just place that here really randomly so that we only have something, yeah, interesting in the background. I think that can look really great. So let's do that here as well, probably this time in this direction, because the scrap is, yeah, like so. Do you know what I mean? Hopefully. Okay, so we have that. Let's place that here to see how that looks. How has this been? Like so? Yeah, I think so. Okay, what else do we have here? I think we will need something on top here, and I would like to use some book pages. Of course, we could take some of these and tear them, but I think these are so beautiful that I don't want to tear them. So here are also some great images, yeah, that I don't want to tear. So I will use some scrap things to do that. So I have this thing here on my desk from another project. So probably we could, oh, I think that would be great if we just take the half of this thing, just fold it so that I can see where I have to cut, and then I cut this. And I think we should distress this thing a little bit. So let's use some Distress Oxide ink for that. I go around here only this frame. This book page is a little bit fragile, so it is good for collaging, but I have to be a little bit careful with these edges. I think we could use this one here as well. Not sure if that is too big, but let's see. It covers up this, it covers up this little flower there in the background, but I think this is really interesting, especially because the book writing here, the words are really big. I think I like that. And there are also these little things here in the box, so they come in a really big pack, so you have really much of these. That would be an option, but to be honest, I don't like this thing here. So I wanted to show you what's inside of the box. So it's of course personal preference if you want to use such a round or oval element here, but I don't like that on this specific piece, because we have this round thing here, but these things are also within the box. And what we also have in the box is this little thing. So this says paper hidden copies, and it's yeah, such a thingy here with lots of these interesting little ephemera pieces, and I think this kind of thing would fit much better to this journaling card project. Yeah, I think a rectangle is better here on top. I really like that one. So let me just show you the other ones. Here are really yeah, it's really I know that versatile is not the right word. It's versatile as well, but I don't know the word. Here are many of yeah, different designs in here. So no copies, I think. I think this is great. This is really great, but where do you have to go? Probably here, right to this edge. I don't want to cover up this squirrel too much. What about, I'm just thinking, what about doing this from the top here as well and doing this like so? Yeah, and then we have some journaling space here, and obviously on the back side as well. The back side is plain, but I think this is also great for putting some quotes or that stuff. and I think I can cut that here later or fold it to the other side and then just glue it. Where does this thing has to go? Is that probably a little bit too big? I don't know until now, but we have some of these tags here in this subscription box as well. Some of these brownish tags with some flowers, some birds and that stuff. Really interesting. For my personal preference, these are, yeah, the contrast of these is not so extremely. So here this is extremely, but the images that are printed to these tags, sorry, my camera stopped recording. The contrast of these tags is not so extremely. And I think this is great when you want to make a tiny piece of art. You have a really beautiful background, and then you can put a tiny focal point on top, and then you have a perfect little tag. For this project, it's not so good, but we have these as well. These are a little bit shiny, a little bit glossy, but they have a really a good size as well, and they come in different sizes and different shapes, as you can see. So I think these are really, really great, and I really love this one. And I think this goes really well with the colors here. But the squirrel and the butterfly, they don't, I think they are not friends. So, oh my goodness. Yeah, you said you understand me when I'm talking weird English, so hopefully you will understand me today as well. So let's try something, and let's try to put this butterfly here, because this color combination is really wonderful, and I think we will need such a thing here for this card as well, but I don't have one here left. Oh, that was not the truth. I have this. So let's try that. I will just cut that in half as well and put that behind there, because I want these journaling cards be different, but I would like to have them, yeah, that they match each other, and that you can see that they belong to each other. If you put that into your journal, that would look really great, and I think it's a nice thing to recognize that these things are, yeah, different, but also some kind of similar. I like that. So I think we will put this thing underneath as well, and I don't care about that this is way too big. I will later just cut that or flip it to the other page and then glue it there. So here probably we can stamp with a different stamp, so that we have, yeah, this writing in the background as well, but with a different stamp. Why not? Just a little bit here and there, probably a little bit more here on the bottom, because the rest will be covered by the other elements. And we have that, so let's see how this will look. Yeah, I think that can be great. And now we will need something for here. So with this Your Creative Studio subscription box, there also comes some postage stamps that are stickers, and that's really great. They are matte and really smooth. The surface is really, really great, and they come in totally different designs. Some birds, a giraffe, is that the right word? Hopefully. Little bear, or not so little, but a bear. And here are also, yeah, some birds, and they look really, really vintage, so that's really cool, I think. And here's also this little squirrel, and I think that makes more sense than the butterfly on this card. But I think we will need something for the background here. So this thingy, I think looks nice here. The colors go really well together, but it also would be great here. Ah, that's a disaster. I think I like that better. So let's choose another one from this thing that matches this, the colors of this butterfly. How can I show you that? I have to lay that down to my table, sorry. This was really dark browns, so perhaps we can find another one that's dark brown as well. That's an option, but it's, yeah, the contrast is not so extreme. Probably we can find something in a vintage green that's not green enough. I mean, it's too green. Sorry. What about this one? That's too extreme with the red. Okay. Then we will go with this one, I think. And now I think we first will glue all these things that we have here, because this is the position that I want them to have. So I'm just bringing them here to exactly the position where I want them, and then I make a little trick that I've learned from Barbara at 49 Dragonflies. Hi, Barbara. I put the glue here and glue this thing from the top to the bottom. I mean, here are only 3 things that I want to glue to each other, but it's also with this, yeah, smaller amount of pieces really helpful, because now I have this thing that is glued together and I have one piece in my hand, and I can now take this and glue that without any problems and without moving these items around too much. So let's just line that up here on the right side and on the top of this thing as well, like so. And here I think I will do it a little bit different. That's also not so difficult to glue this. I will first glue this here, and then this one, so that I can see that it is in the middle of this card. Otherwise this shape would probably look a little bit strange. And now we have to decide if we want to flip that to the back side, and I think that's also an option. I think that looks interesting. So let's do that. And this edge here, or this, yeah, is this the edge or the corner? I don't know. It looks more interesting, and when you journal here on the back side, you can also write a date or a quote here in between of these little elements, and I think that looks interesting. Okay, so yeah, let's put that here. Like so. And since this is a sticker, we can just peel this off. Put this little squirrel here. Ah, that looks cute. I think that's really cute. It's simple, I know, but sometimes the simple things are really great as well, I think. Okay, so how do I want to glue this here? I think do it like this, and yeah, I'm not sure if I can flip the rest of the material to the back side as I did it with the other card, because of this second layer of this paper here. I'm not sure if that will work, but we will see that in a second. So we just put some glue here. It's totally enough. Ooh, and then probably some here. And then I can put my glue stick glue here to the back side. This. Where's the middle? Okay, so that's really hard to see where the middle is here. Okay, so that's not the same width probably, so that I cannot see it on the other card, but yeah, let's see how that comes out. I think this time I will just cut the edges here so that it gets not too thick with these layers of paper on the back side. Okay, so then we have this. This is a little bit, oh my goodness, it's a little bit like so. Ah. Yeah, okay, so I have to live with that. I have the feeling that we have to distress this here a little bit. Probably here as well. Of course, you can also do that before you glue this together, but sometimes I like to do it like this, because yeah, it's a totally different result. Then you have some of this ink on the rest of the layers as well, and that can also look really interesting, just going over it like so. Probably here as well, a little bit to the background paper, why not? Okay. Then I think we will need some lace, and this lace comes from my stash. It's not included in this subscription box, but I think we will need something that gives us a little bit more, yeah, some kind of a texture. And I think this looks really, really great. But I also want to include some, yeah, some kind of a really extreme focal point. I mean, this butterfly can be our focal point on this card. It's really big. I think we don't need anything else except, for example, a little label or something like that. Or what we also could do is use some of these stamps that probably is a little bit more neutral, and put that here. Could look also great with these two elements here, but I'm not sure until now. But here the colors are not so much, have not so much contrast, and this is for me not a focal point until now. And here, yeah, we have nothing. This is only my background. With this subscription box, there also come these cute stickers here. So I have my lace here on my table and in my mind, so that I can probably choose some of these stickers to make a focal point, or also some additional decoration. So they are really different. We have some flowers, some typewriters, some birds and that stuff. This looks really great. That would also make sense probably here. Little birdie. And also some really cute of these vintage labels. Probably we can add another layer here, but not with this one. I think there's another one that fits better. Oh, and we have this little owl. I think that's cute. That's really cute. So let's have that in mind. So here's the typewriter. I think that's a little bit big. Yeah, that's a little bit big for this project, I think. But here was something. Where is it? Here. So here's, oopsala, here's also this little label here, and I think probably we can attach that here, this lace on top, and then this owl here as some kind of a focal point. Even if the color of this owl is really similar to the background, but in this case I wanted to have it not so extreme. I don't want to have so extreme colors. I want to have it some kind of matchy-matchy today. Don't know why, but you know, these days. We have another thing here. This is also really great. So probably we can balance this out a little bit. We have this thing that's a rectangle. The stamp, sorry, is a rectangle, and this thing is also a rectangle. So probably we could place this here. I think that's good. 1, 2, 3 of these elements. That's good. And probably here have this from this stamp set. That's a little bit really big, but yeah, why not? Probably we can also go a little bit more to the bottom with this whole arrangement here, because the background is really, yeah, only a background. Do you know? So what about using one of these stamps here and make something like a, don't know how, like these stairs, but we will need something that fits the colors of the bird, the butterfly, sorry. And I think if I use a bird, that looks a little bit strange. I hear no butterflies in this set. No. And the problem here is that we don't have something neutral. Or what about this one? Oh, that would fit really well. This color is this color here in the background. Oh, that's great. That's great. And this botanicals are, yeah, no animal. So that's great. So that, yeah, when here is a bird or something like that, it's really strange with this butterfly, I think. And where can we put the lace on this piece? Probably here, only this short piece. Like so. Let's just place that there so that we don't get into trouble with our layering now. This is too matchy-matchy. This is really strange. But I think that also can be totally enough. But what about this thing? First of all, I want to decide where I want to put the lace, because that can also give, yeah, the decision that this is enough. So please look at this, and then I put the lace, and please tell me that this now is finished. I think that's totally enough. If we would put something else here, I think that would look really strange. These stair optic that we have here is not possible, I think. So, and this little squirrel would be, yeah, covered up for my preference too much. So that's, his head would be gone. Okay, but what we could do is we could probably, I have a really strange idea. We could probably use some feathers and put them behind this owl. Why not? that's cute. Yes, that's cute, but that's also really thick. I need to search for a really, yeah, these fluffy ones. That looks strange. Probably we have to put this whole thing here. Now we are covering up much of the lace. I want the lace here, and I think, yeah, I think it has to go here, but where to put this feather? I mean, there are many possibilities, I think, but I don't want to have problems with gluing this. I can't put the feather underneath of this sticker. That would not be nice. But I think if we do it like this, then, yeah. Okay, so let's try that. Let's just try that. Okay, so first of all, we have to glue this. Come off here, please. Sometimes I think we have to make some decisions that the materials are giving us. I mean, I will have no joy with these journaling cards when everything falls apart later, or when the sticker is not glued totally flat. Then that looks not very professional. So let's just place this here, and then put a little bit of glue to this feather, and I will try to line it up with this left frame of this lace. I think that looks really nice, this layered thing. And now I have to be really patient until this is dry. Okay, so we have to think about something that we can fix that there, but I have an idea. So we'll just where do you have to go? Like so. Okay, so I will let this dry, even if I know that this is not sturdy enough, but I have an idea how to solve this problem, but I need to wait until my glue is dry. So in the meantime, we can glue this little thingy here. And by the way, I'm gluing this with bookbinders glue. Some of you have asked me what glue I use to glue things like lace or that stuff. And I have to say, I used many different glues in the last, few months and years. But now I came back to bookbinders glue. I think it's so versatile, and you can use it for so many different gluing things, projects. I don't want to have another glue. So of course it's yeah, I think overseas there are many good glues available, but here in Austria it's, and even with Amazon, it's really hard to get good glue like you perhaps have overseas. And that's the reason why I tried to find the best glue for me, and that's bookbinders glue, because it can glue everything, and it, for me, it dries really fast, for my opinion, and yeah, I like it. Okay, so let's put this here. Like so. And it also dries really clear, so that when this glue underneath of the lace is dry, you will not see the glue anymore, and that's really great. I think. Okay, so now we have this. And now I will just search for some thicker scrapbooking paper, some neutral papers that I can put to the back side, and I will go to my sewing machine and sew around this and sew that to another paper so that it's not so fluffy anymore. Here on the top it's really sturdy, but here of course it's the original piece of paper that we had here, and that's not so sturdy. So I will search for some papers and then I will sew around and then I will be back. Okay, so here I'm back. So I've just backed this with some neutral papers. So this is some scrapbooking paper. I know here's some writing already, but when I use this in my journal, I will put some white gesso here, only a thin layer, and then I can write here and use this as a journaling card. I will use this thing as a background then, but I want to have this interesting thing in the background instead of having a really, neutral paper. That is a good idea, I think, because when you put this into your journal and you originally planned that you want to journal on the back side and then you probably don't do it, then you have this and you can think, oh, interesting background and not a plain background. Do you know what I mean? If this would be coffee dyed paper and it's empty, it would look really strange in your finished journal later. If you probably don't want to journal here, when you use the journal, you can't plan that. And I think, that's a good solution. And let's talk about other solutions. So, I think I like these threads here. So this one, probably not, but the others. Here I have sewn over this feather thing before I have sewn the thing on top of this scrapbooking paper. I did this here to hold the feather in place, but I also have sewn here and here before putting it to this scrapbooking paper to make this a little bit more harmonious. So we have these 3 stitchings here, and I think that looks really interesting and some kind of harmonious here in this middle part of the card. So this is this one. And the only thing that I'm not happy about is that with my sewing I have cut the nose of the squirrel. But I think this is also a great journaling card, even if this image is not totally complete anymore, but I think it looks great as well. And here we have the same background, backside, and this is the last one. And I think on this one the contrast with this dark brown thread comes out the best. I think with this white and this brown in the wings of the butterflies, it looks really amazing. So I'm really happy to have these journaling cards. So I have to stand up so that I can see if they are all in the frame. So that was my little journaling card tutorial today using the items from the Your Creative Studio subscription box. So if you want to check that out, please visit the info box. There is the link to Amanda's website. So Amanda is the owner of Your Creative Studio, and you can find all the links listed down below. So if you are interested in having such items and making such creations as well. I hope we will see you the next time. Have a very, very creative time. See you. Bye bye.